Well, hi there, and welcome to another episode of Hey, What's Next? We're coming into the summer of 2024. People will be camping, families will be gathering, and I thought the next two videos would be interesting if we cover two areas of video entertainment, portable video entertainment. Our first being this, the Elephas mini projector. This is a 1080p projector selling for around $70 to $90, depending on when you go onto Amazon. Is it any good? Let's find out. This is What's Next. So here it is, the Elephas mini projector. Has an LED source with roughly 20,000 hours before failure, so don't worry about replacing any bulbs. Most projectors today are LED sourced anyway. Side of the box, we have the regulatory information down here. Back looks exactly the same as the front. And then here is the support information. Now, one thing that we're going to do during this video is we're going to compare this 1080p mini projector with this 720p projector. This was purchased several years back. We're going to compare the two as we start this box opening. So let me put this off back to the side again, and let's go ahead and get this thing opened. One of the nice things with these inexpensive projectors, including the Vankyo that you just saw, is that they come with these bags. Great for transportation, especially too if you're going to be using this for camping, any outdoor event, having it as a second projector somewhere else in the house. Overall quality of it, it's padded, so it's pretty nice. It's got the handle, the zippers seem to be pretty decent. So let's go ahead and get this thing opened. We have our quick start guide right here. There's our user manual. They even provide, which I thought was interesting, some cleaning tools to clean off the LED panel. We're not going to demo that today because it's a new projector. We don't need to do that, but the information on how to do it is here. We're going to set these off to the side. Here is the remote. Fairly basic. Again, this projector is not a smart projector. You have to keep that in mind. It's truly just a playback device. There isn't anything in here except for the fact that it does have some connections related to playing from a USB stick or Roku. And then there is the projector itself. So again, very small, very tiny. So let's see what else we got in here. We got a tripod, the power adapter, HDMI cable, and an RCA converter jack. Let me move all this other stuff out of the way first. All right, so let's take a look at this projector here. Really lightweight. We have our power adapter in the back along with the infrared port for the remote control. You are going to notice that there's no leveling on here. That is done with the tripod. Model number on this is BL128. This one is designed for both 100 volt and 240 volt systems. All your connections are here. So we have a USB connection, HDMI, there's your AV in, that would be for your RCA connections, and then there's your headphone out. We have a vent here, as well as an air intake here. This does come out, so you can clean off that air intake, especially if you're going to use this outdoors. We have the focus is here. And then this is your keystone, which has just got you can see a raised lip here that I can go back and forth. If we take this out, the lens cap, it's about 15% plus or minus. It isn't going to do too much here, but we'll take a look at that when we go. Shining it on the screen, and then there's your buttons down here. Okay, so pretty small, huh? Quality of this is built pretty well. Let's take a look at the weight on this. There we go. And the weight of the projector is 1 pound, 0.4 ounces. So just a tad bit above a pound. If we take that 720p projector, which was just 3 years ago, and this cost more, almost double what the 1080p projector is, we're looking at 2 pounds, 9.7 ounces. We compare the size again between these two devices. Very small. The picture on the website I can't do it justice, but yeah, it does fit in the hand. I think the picture on the website, unless the hand is a lot bigger, or the projector is a lot smaller, it's not exactly the same. I'll post that on the screen here. But yeah, again, palm size. I could kind of do that with this. So I'm definitely going to call this a mini projector. But how good is it? Let's go find out in our other room. We'll get all this set up. Let's do a compare between a 720p and a 1080p. So this is currently the setup that you're going to see. We're going to record the screen to give you a better idea of how this looks. But to give you some dimension, we are currently about 45 inches away from the screen, and we're getting a diagonal reading of the image is roughly 41 inches. Here's the main menu of the Elephas mini projector 1080p. Now you have the ability to change your keystone. So if we look at the keystone, you can see that I can adjust it back and forth. But by doing that, we get some degradation in focus. So by moving the focus, you're going to notice that the USB over here, because of the optics, gets a little blurry. So let me readjust this. That's about where it needs to be. So I have a USB 2 device plugged into this. You have, again, you can access your AV, HDMI, and your setup. Let's look at setup first. So you have your picture settings, your sound settings, you have a timer, and some additional information, including a software update when available, but that would be coming from the Elephas website. So let's exit out of the menu, and again we have HDMI and the AV, or you could go ahead and select the individual items that are on the USB 2.0 drive. So let's go and let's first look at photos. Now what I have on here are just a couple tests. We're going to go to our test image, and we're going to first go into this NTC test image that I found online through a Reddit. We have the different skin tones over here to the right. We have the focus over here to the left, and then the different colors. Again, the focusing itself seems to be okay. It's not great, and the skin tones with the different images of the people appear to be coming across well on the video as it does on the screen. Again, not as vibrant as maybe definitely more expensive projectors, but it's what you get for around 80 bucks, or as low that I've seen it as 40. All right, so let's exit out of this. This is the white image. So again, I have adjusted the white balance to this image. So that gives you a good idea of the quality. What I'm seeing on the screen and what you're seeing on the video look very similar. And again, if we go to just a standard black image, that gives you an idea of what the black levels look like. Out of that, we're going to go straight into some movie tests. This is a sample of Close Encounters of the Third Kind in 720p. So we're just looking at the opening montage of the studio logos. This is a standard def rip of the DVD that I have. I have one other video, and then this is what we're going to test the audio with, is one of my episodes, episode 19, which was the Tiny Arcade. Let's go ahead and play this and get a sample of the sound from the projector. I don't play them a lot, but I do like playing them, especially the older retro style. Geez, there's a surprise with the gray hair and everything. But anyways, but I started collecting some of these smaller items over here. So the audio is very tinty. you would definitely want to hook up additional speakers in order to experience the grand feeling of watching a movie on a big screen. All right, while this isn't really the latest and greatest video games, I did want to at least demonstrate some video playback from a game system to give you an idea of what the colors would look like, and as far as the refresh rate, obviously it's probably not great, but we're going to go ahead and turn off this light. There we go. And we're going to do one player. So what about using a laptop connected up to the 1080p mini projector? This is an example, Windows 10, running from one of my inexpensive laptops. Let's go ahead and play a video from here, and we'll go full screen. So this gives you an idea of what the quality would look like. So you definitely could use a laptop to present your video to your friends and family outdoors while you're camping, by the fire, whatever the case may be, or again, secondary projector in another room. So in the 720p projector, to give you a comparison, you can see that the text over here to the right is definitely not as crisp or as clear as it is on the 1080p mini projector. Let's play the video here and see what this looks like. Well, that's my quick look at the Elephas 1080p mini projector. Let's finish up the video for my final thoughts. All right, product shot from Amazon. What do you think? Think it would work? Anyways, small mini projector, 1080p from Elephas. I have no complaints. Again, for what it was designed to do and for the price range of between $70 to $80, that's half the cost of what I paid for the 720p just 3 years ago. Again, you're gonna have to remember to bring your Roku or your Blu-ray or a USB stick with movies on it. But I think for family gatherings, second projector, you really can't go wrong with this. So highly recommend the Elephas mini projector, 1080p. I love it. And that's the end of this episode. So next week, we're gonna be covering the second topic of portable video for the summer of 2024. I think you're gonna enjoy that one as well. Until then, if you liked what you saw today, give me a thumbs up. If you want to see us show up in your feed, click the subscribe button below. Any comments related to this projector or other projectors that maybe you've purchased that you think would be great for those that are watching this channel, leave them down below as well. I'll have another video here and another video here that you could watch. Until next time, we'll see you again on Hey, What's Next?